Hi there. My name is Jonathan Cousins. I live in Los Angeles. Just curious what everybody's thinking. So, I'm debating. I just bought this iPhone 8 Plus on December 31st. And I'm debating whether I need to keep it, whether I should keep it or not. It was $799. That was in 874 roughly after taxes. And that's a lot of money. I mean, about 6 months ago, my iPhone 6 fell in water. I had to get a new one, or I had to get some kind of replacement, so I ended up using the 5S. And that was decent. I was able to multitask a little bit. I was able to take some decent video, I guess, from what I needed. And I was able to email people, which that's like the primary goal of having a phone for me. I mean, taking a video, taking some pictures, and emailing people. Not so much Facebook anymore, or maybe Instagram though. I love Instagram. But so that iPhone 5S died. Then I had to go way back and use a 4S, iPhone 4S. So anyway, that fell in water. I have like no luck with phones. That fell in water, and at that point I was like, I need to get a new phone. I had some concert tickets that had happened to sell, and they sold for a lot of money, and I was like, fuck it, I need a new phone. This is gonna come in handy. I really need a new phone for work, and I'd be a fool if I tried to like go without using one. Everybody has one these days, almost everybody. You need it to get around town. You need it to to work, to check your email, I mean, not everybody takes pictures, but I do. I take pictures, I take video. I was even at an audition about 2.5 weeks ago, and they were asking for a picture of my dog, or to email them a picture of my dog, and I was like, well, I had the 4S back then, and I was like, well, let me try it. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but I wasn't able to email the person, the casting assistant, the picture, because it didn't work. And I was already at the casting office. It was like the funniest coincidence. And at that point I was like, I think a day or two later, my phone fell in water, and I ended up getting the iPhone 8 Plus. And I love this phone. I love that it's not so much that it's huge, but I love the camera on it. I love the efficiency of it. The email is really good. Not so much of a fan of the wireless charging yet. And it sounds really good. It takes really good quality video. But it was $799, and it was really bulky too. And I was like, do I really need to spend that much money on a bulky phone? Do I really need to spend that much money on a phone, period? I love iPhone. I have a MacBook. I have iPads. I've got a lot of Apple product. And I haven't had a Droid in a long time. So anyway, Apple's got this 2-week return policy. I went and ended up taking that back to Apple, and I saw that there was like a special on the iPhone 7. There was iPhone 7, 128 gigs, for like $150 less or $200 less than the iPhone 8 Plus. So I was like, it couldn't be that bad. Well, anyways, I used it for about 3 days. The battery drained like that. I mean, it was like the worst thing in the world. So I was like, okay, I can go take it back to Apple. So I took it back to Apple, and I got the 8 Plus again. And I got that on the 31st. And I love this phone so much because it lasts for like a day and a half, 2 days without charging it for what I need it for. And it's a really efficient phone for me. And now I'm coming up on my 2-week mark on Sunday. And I've got a family event on Sunday. So Saturday's like my final deciding day whether I'm going to keep this phone or not. And I love this phone, but it's $799. $874. I've never paid that much for a phone in my life. Even the phones that came out before this were never this expensive. Well, I don't know about the iPhone 6 Plus or 6S or the 7 Plus, but maybe it was just the phones I was buying, but that's a lot of money. I mean, you can get a brand new Google Pixel 2 for $649. I don't know about the wide, whether it takes, I can't remember if it takes wide angle photo or video or not, or photos, or if it's got a wide angle lens. I don't know if it does, but I'm just really up in arms about it because I know the one plus 5T is like, like $300 less than the iPhone 8 Plus, and the Google Pixel's 649. I mean, the Apple or the iPhone 8, the regular 8 is only 699, but that's a lot of money too for not all the features that the iPhone 8 Plus has. I just think it's ridiculous, and I'm not going to spend $999 on an iPhone X. I mean, that is just ridiculous. So I'm curious to know what everybody else thinks about this. I mean, for $200, $250, $300 less, I can get a different phone, an Android phone, and I could probably use that money toward bills, or I can use it to get something else. I don't really know. But I'm curious to know what everybody else thinks. So hit me up on my email, or just comment below. All right, thanks.